guys, Steph here. Yes, I kept you in suspense, didn't I? Yes, some of you will remember from my last pen haul, we showed you this box here and I kept you in suspense and said, right, I'll do a review on the pen quite soon. So here we have it. As you can see, an old Waterman's Ideal fountain pen box. Rather a little bit on the tatty side, but for the age, in great condition, I think. So without further ado, let's open it up. Let's show you the contents. Let's pop that just to one side first of all. And here's the pen in question. It came in this sort of felt sheath, if you like, which is, in my opinion, has helped to keep the pen in the excellent condition that it's in. To the bottom here, if we just take this out, we've got a little sort of address piece of paper, LG Sloan Limited, the Pen Corner, Kingsway, London, you know, if you ever needed to send the pen back. And what we've got here is direction and suggestions for the use of Waterman Ideal fountain pen. So to this side here we have what they term as regular. Now for you people that don't know, and if you look at this picture here, this is what we term as an eyedropper fountain pen. If I turn it over, nice and simply, it says safety. So to the back of it, it shows you how to fill the safety pen. But in this particular case that we've got here, we've got what we term as an eyedropper fountain pen. And look at this, an eyedropper. Now whether this is actually original from the period, I'm not, well, it's glass. Believe it or not, the rubber is still supple, which is very unusual, but it looks to be from the period. And by the looks of it, never been used. It actually works as well. I've tested it with water. So there we have it. We've got an eyedropper in the box. And the pen itself, look at that. Absolutely stunning. Stunning, but in my opinion, a rare fountain pen. Now this one is the Waterman's Ideal number 0404 fountain pen with what they term as a straight cap. Now this pen is nice and simple. It's an antique fountain pen because, as we'll show in a moment, I'm dating it from 1903, so very early 1900s. Now first of all, it's a long pen from the top of the cap to the bottom of the barrel. It's 143 millimeters capped. It's quite a slim pen, around the diameter 9 millimeters in diameter. It's very similar pen from that particular period. I believe a year earlier they had a, I think it was a 222 model, which was a taper, what they termed as a taper cap model, and the size was very similar, and this one is very similar to the 222. Also in this particular model, I think they brought out a, I think it was an 05, 02, which generally were what we term as gold-plated, gold-filled pens. But this one, as I say, the 0404, is in sterling silver overlay. It's got this absolutely gorgeous, as I said, this silver overlay. Now, how do we date the pen? Well, first of all, if I look over the camera and if I bring it nice and close for you, Okay, is that it there? Yes, we have it there. So there's the hallmarks, and to the left, first of all, we've got I forgot what it is. Is it F? Yeah, we've got FDW, and then we've got the lion, which indicates it's London. We've got the leopard head indicating it's silver, and then to the right we've got the letter H, which for me, I mean, again, I'll stand corrected, is for 1903. Now, as we said, it's got the FDW. Now, FDW was, well, Lewis Waterman, the chap that sort of started Waterman's, unfortunately passed away, I believe, around about 1901, and the company was taken over and became very successful by Frank Waterman, who was his nephew. So dating the pen to 1903 sounds correct, because we've got the FDW, who, as I say, was the nephew Frank Waterman. We've also got to the cap somewhere, if I can just find it. There we go. A little bit more worn than the barrel one, but there we go. I hope you can see there. We've got the in this particular case, I think it's the lion and the leopard hallmark, so again indicating that it's actually sterling silver. To the top there we've got a little bit of pattern to the very top. Now, I've tried to find some information on this particular pen, but with it being a rare pen, very difficult to get information on it. But asking a couple of people that sort of maybe know a little bit more on this than I do, the suggestion was that this is, as I say, it's a sterling silver overlay, and it's hand engraved in what they term as a vine pattern. Okay, now to the bottom of the barrel, again, let's keep it nice and still. There we go. I'm hoping you can see that. It has Waterman's ideal on the globe. Okay, Waterman had this sort of globe logo, and there it is to the bottom of the barrel. If anything, the only thing wrong with the pen, it has a little ding to the bottom of the barrel there. Nothing serious, but in my opinion, the whole pen, there's no dings. It's in absolutely gorgeous condition. While we're at it, let's show you the little section there, which the name sort of, I can't remember what, the cartouche, that's the word I was looking for. You can see the cartouche there has not been engraved. Normally in them days people like to put their names onto the cartouche, but in this case nice and clear. So a gorgeous pen. It's actually, it must be quite a thick gauge silver, because it's a quite a heavy pen. Now, the cap on it is what we term as a slip cap, and believe it or not, it's still, there we go, it's still quite stiff to actually pull off, so that indicates it's not had a lot of usage, which is very surprising, as I say, for a pen that is over 100 years old. Now, if we take you up to the section, you can see it's got this sort of lip to the bottom there near the barrel, quite a slender section running up to the nib. And if we show you the nib, okay, now what we've got on here is a Waterman Ideal New York number 4 nib, which again is quite unusual and quite yeah, I'd say it's quite a rare nib, I believe. And you can see this one also has the heart vent just to the top there. But yeah, a rare nib, because a lot of these nibs on these pens were actually a number 2. But again, as you can see there, it's a gorgeous New York number 4 nib. There's the feed underneath there. Let's show you the feed underneath. I've done absolutely nothing to the pen. This is how it came to me, and this is how I'm actually leaving it. I've not polished it or anything like that. It's in beautiful, beautiful condition. So it's got this feed underneath here, which I believe was what they termed, was it like they termed it as a spoon feed. Okay, so in lovely condition. And again, how would you fill this pen? Nice and simply, you would simply unscrew the section like so. You would get your dropper, pop that in the ink, and then nice and simply pop the ink into the barrel. And again, that's where we get the term a eyedropper fountain pen. And the nice thing about it, I've actually looked inside, looked everywhere, in the cap everywhere. It's actually lovely and clean. It's a gorgeous, gorgeous pen. Now, I'm not actually going to fill the pen because, again, one, I believe it's a rare pen, and I'll leave that pleasure to the new owner. Okay, but what we like to do is see, well, not only that as well, because it's nice and clean inside, we don't want to put any ink in the pen. Also, although we'll be looking for a new home for this gorgeous pen, if I could just say to people that I know there'll be a lot of people that'll make inquiries for it, but bear in mind, I personally believe this to be a collector's pen and not so much a user pen, because again, because of the rarity. I believe somebody, you know, will actually purchase this pen and it will go into a collection, it'll be an investment and not so much a daily, well, I wouldn't recommend it to be a daily writer. But just out of interest, because we do like, or you people do like to see pens writing, so let's just simply, let's dip the pen and see how it writes. So what we've got is a Waterman Ideal, what we term as a straight cap, and we're dating the pen from 1903. Was it made in England? I don't know. It's got a New York nib, maybe. Well, it's got the hallmarks obviously for London, but the pen itself may have been made elsewhere, maybe in the States, I don't know, and this maybe have added later on. It's actually a lovely, lovely writer. Does it have any flex? Well, the answer is yes, it does. There we go. It's lovely, lovely writing, I would say, with a, I don't know, maybe a fine medium line, but with a little bit of pressure on the downward stroke, we can get some variation in the line. So literally for over 100-year-old pen, it writes better than a lot of modern fountain pens. It's absolutely lovely. We'll clean that after the video, but there we have it, an absolutely stunning Waterman's Ideal number 0404 in sterling silver, dated 1903 in this gorgeous hand engraved silver overlay. Okay, now again I was advised that maybe this may be a pen done by a jeweller, hand engraved by a jeweller. The only thing that sort of I'm not too sure about that is the fact that it actually has the Frank Waterman's name on it, and again I believe that if it was a jeweller's then maybe it would have had the name of that specific jeweller who engraved the pen. So I believe it's a pen, well, yeah, made by Watermans themselves in the early 1900s, and a long pen as well. I don't recommend it, but there we go. The pen can be capped there, and look how long the pen is now. Okay, there we go. A beautiful Waterman's Ideal, sterling silver, in my opinion a rare pen. And again I repeat myself. I believe this pen will be purchased by a collector and not a user, but saying that, it's not going to be a cheap pen. Whoever buys it, well, they can then do what they wish with the pen, but personally I believe this is a collector's pen, an investment pen for the future, in absolutely gorgeous condition. There's no dings anywhere down the pen apart from what we've already mentioned to the top there, but all in all a superb gorgeous pen, and a heavy pen as well. So there we have it. I hope you've enjoyed looking at this gorgeous pen as much as I enjoyed showing them to you people. Don't forget people, leave a comment below, don't be shy. Subscribe to the channel just down below there. Give the video a thumbs up if you will. Okay, and from me and this gorgeous pen, I'll just say bye bye for now, and Slavo Ukraini.